is a news show.
Hello Internet, it is the Friday show. I got some butterflies in my stomach because after today's show I gotta jump on a plane. It's not so much being scared of flying, and that'll always kind of be there in the back of my mind. But it's only my third time out of the country. I guess two, if you don't count Canada. A lot of people don't count Canada just because it's right there. Anyways, more on that later. Let's jump into some of the news stuff that mattered to me today. First off, probably something that made many an AT&T exec very happy. The Verizon iPhone launched yesterday. That's probably news to you because I didn't even remember. And no one was really talking about it, and not many people bought it. Many people saying that the Verizon iPhone just straight out bombed, mainly because it's an inferior product. Granted, you get the Verizon network, which many people say is more reliable, but you have an iPhone that can't do the reason why most people have an iPhone. Being able to be on a phone, on speakerphone, and searching the internet at the same time, because you can't do it with the Verizon iPhone. Plus then, of course, the people that already have iPhones are like, but I don't really want to cancel. You know, they're gonna come out with the iPhone 5GS in 2 months. I hear that one masturbates for you and can fly to the moon, bring back moon dust that turns into anti-cancer, which of course kills cancer, and solves all the world's problems. You know, that phone. And they've had that technology for 5 years, but they'll slowly trickle out all the upgrades. Because that's how you get people to buy essentially the same thing 5 times in 5 years. It's kind of genius. Next up, if you think you have syphilis, some crazy news. 1, I guess it sucks that you have syphilis. 2, you might not actually have syphilis. A new study from the Center of Disease Control and Prevention have realized that the method they use to see if you have syphilis is wrong 1 in 5 times. To which I think, well, that's still a B in college. But secondly think, that sucks if you think you have syphilis and you don't. Because you should have been feeling not as guilty when you're having sex with girls while you thought you had syphilis. I would sue those people for emotional damages, and also for the cost of the syphilis medication, which I hear is expensive. Next up, one of my favorite people in the world is in the news again, that being Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, of course, is in the news again because about 3 days ago, it was revealed that people are investigating Scientology for human trafficking. That essentially, Scientology has slaves. I would think of it more as indentured servitude, but I get where you're coming from. But the reason Tom Cruise's name has come up is not because he is the biggest, most notable member of Scientology, but because his name came up in statements of people that used to be part of Scientology and were talked into / forced into building Tom Cruise luxury vehicles. Because, and this is the good part, it was for the betterment of mankind. Now the reason I don't think it's slave labor is these people were being paid tons of $50 a week. Which is once again why I say, don't go all slavey. Slavey? Sounds delicious. It doesn't even sound bad. Slavey, when it's obviously indentured servitude, which I don't think has been illegal that long. Then of course the next thing I want to talk about is the X-Men First Class trailer was just released. If you haven't heard about it, is the X-Men prequel, I imagine because they were like, fuck, we messed up this franchise. Let's go back in time. And the trailer looks awesome. Here's a quick clip.
Ready for this? Let's find out.
And I will say, I'm excited, and it's an awesome trailer. But something that does need to be said, X-Men 3, the Wolverine movie, those movies had really good trailers. And then I left the movie theater going, I should have just set my money on fire. That would have been more entertaining. That's not true. I liked parts. And what I mean to say is, you know, just because you put delicious sprinkles and toppings on a piece of shit, that doesn't make it dessert. But once again, that's just my opinion, which is also correct. And of course, we need some sexy time news. And to the rescue, Vanessa Hudgens, again. Of course, we talked about her candy shoot about a week ago, and now she's doing a photo shoot for Details magazine. The reason this one's better is they're like, okay, I get what you're doing. You know, you don't have that many clothes on. We get that. Let's do that. Then let's just make you wet and then take pictures. That's cool. And then it was, and then I talked about it. Vanessa Hudgens is easily in the top 10 most loved women of the nation. Other than some of you sexy viewers who sent in these pictures, which is also very appreciated. Anyways, let's end this thing on some real news. That, of course, is Egypt. People had stopped reporting on the story. Reporters were leaving the country, but the people stayed strong, and the people who cared kept reporting. And after 17 days of protests and rallies, the Egyptian president, Mubarak, did I get it right yet? Mubarak. He made a speech to the people, making many excuses, and handing over some power to his vice president. But he didn't resign. But now, reports have come out that he's left. Most likely because the army was like, oh hey, president. Who's not really a president, but he is. Remember how you said, don't let people in anymore? Well, we're gonna let him stay, and you can either stay here, or you can get the fuck out. And the armed forces have taken control, and oddly, the first thing they did was remove the emergency clause that allowed police and military to arrest an unlimited amount of people. And it seems, as of right now, change has come come. And it's because the revolution was not just televised, but the revolution was Facebook, tweeted, and YouTube. And that is because the internet has given everyone a voice. Sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's good. But the main thing that's different is that we all have one, and we can all be heard. And we need to remember that this needs to always be true. But guys, that is everything that mattered to me today. Let's close out on a few things. One, our question of the day. What do you think is gonna happen in Egypt? Things gonna go well? Things gonna go bad? Let me know what you think. Two, it's a Friday show, so let's give something away. And I thought this would be a little more fun. So today, we're gonna give away a Nintendo Wii, a copy of Smash Bros. Brawl, and the friend code to our office so we can play against you. All of that goes to a main person, and 4 people will just get the friend code. In case you already have a Wii and you just want to whoop our asses. Which will most likely be how it goes down. Of course, remember to be eligible for the random number generated to choose you. You just gotta leave a comment on this video like you normally would, whether it's about a story, question of the day, what have you. And then second thing, make sure you favorite this video. And then you could be the proud new owner of one of those things that I just said. It's exciting. And the super last thing is next week, I'm gonna be out of the country. I'm gonna be taking a 2-week vacation. I don't know if it's deserved, but it's definitely needed. And like I said, it's only my second time out of the country. But because I love you guys so much, this week we all busted our asses, made 6 videos for while I'm gone, and I think you're gonna enjoy them. They're not the Philip DeFranco show, and your super secret sneak peek is here. And I think you'll enjoy them, or at least it will help dull the pain till we meet again. So look out for those next week. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna head off. As always, my name is Philip DeFranco, and you've been filled in, and I will see you next time.